I want to talk about your value and my value. I don't know if you feel valuable or if you feel worthless. I think a lot of people feel a little bit more on the worthless side, like they're failing or they're always coming up short or they're always way behind. Like I should have this much money saved up by then, or I should already know where I'm going to college, or I should be secure in my job. I should be this, I should be that. Kind of a different topic, but not entirely, because a lot of times our value and how we see ourselves, we put into those things, like how much money you have, how smart you are, how good looking you are, if you've got it all figured out. A lot of people put their value in those things. But you can have good looks, you can have all the cars and all the money, all the house, the situation, have your life all figured out, and you can still be miserable and you can still feel like crap. There's a lot of people that have tons of diamond rings on their fingers that just feel worthless and useless and like trash and invaluable. How do we determine our value? How do you know if you're valuable? You've got to turn to what God says about you. Why am I talking about God right now? It's my personal belief that there is a God, that He created us, in His image, and that we are valuable to Him. Some people in the houses that they grew up in, you were valuable only if you got good grades. Or maybe you were valuable if you were good at sports. Or maybe if you were pretty. Or maybe if you were just the right weight, then you were valuable. And if you were ever outside of those parameters or guidelines, you were invaluable and you felt less than. I think a lot of people go through that. But what is our real value? Our real value is that we are created by God. We are created for a purpose, that He loves us, that He died for you on the cross so that you could spend eternity with Him, and that He would leave the 99 just to come after you, to save you, to rescue you. That is our value. What should you put your self-worth in? What should you put your value in? Definitely don't put it on money. Money can come and go. Don't put it on your looks. Looks can come and go. You can put it on your smarts if you want, but sometimes when you do that, it just really gets on people's nerves because you become like arrogant, maybe like a know-it-all. Some people are definitely more gifted in the ability to think and rationalize. Some people have that gift and some people have that talent. We don't want to put our security in that, because what's going to happen one day is you're going to come across somebody that's smarter than you, and they're going to beat you at your own game, or they're going to correct you in front of others, and then all of a sudden you're going to feel about this big. This would be my suggestion for you. You are valuable because God says that you're valuable. When you come to other people and you're interacting with them, if they don't treat you like you're valuable, then you can remove yourself from that situation. I mean, I think you can set guidelines and boundaries as to how people treat you. You know, you can say like, what you said really was disrespectful. Please don't talk to me that way. You can do that before you just remove yourself from the situation. Because if you remove yourself from the situation every time somebody disrespects you, you could find yourself alone, because we live with a bunch of humans that are imperfect. I would say put your value in who God says that you are and begin to walk in that, and try to live your life in such a way that you don't devalue who you are. You don't devalue your reputation. Don't devalue your self-image. Sometimes when we feel like crap about ourselves, we do things that make it even worse. An extreme version of this would be somebody that really self-loathes or is self-loathing. They've been taught or shown when they grew up that they're not valuable, that they're worthless. They hate their life. And so what they do, they believe that, they walk in that. I mean, you've probably seen people that really don't like themselves, even if things are going really well in their lives. They don't like themselves. A lot of times they'll vent that in ways where they tear down other people because they feel invaluable or unvaluable. So they want to take that misery and share it with other people and bring them down so they feel invaluable. It's hard to talk about this topic of value because in order to feel like you have some value, it's got to start with some sense of trust. Because essentially, if you have a low self-value, low self-worth, isn't it really going to take some type of trust or faith to believe in something different from what you already feel? It's going to. So is it that much of a stretch to take that faith and put it into God, into what He says about who you are? Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over again. Same day, same situation, same emotions, same self-loathing, same feeling like crap about yourself. So this would be my urge and my challenge. God says you're valuable. Can you put your trust in who He is and who He's created you to be? What's the alternative? I guess you could stare in the mirror and say, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Something's got to change about our beliefs about who we think we are. Sometimes talking to ourselves helps to do that. But if you can have trust in God and that He loves you, He says you're valuable, and allow Him to change you on the inside, then you'll see a difference. But it's going to take trust on your end. It's not just going to happen on its own. But let me just tell you that you are valuable. You matter to God, and you're important. I'm David Miller. You can like, share, subscribe. We're going to continue this journey of a life with meaning. And we'll see you on the next one. And remember, you are valuable.